Tesla CEO Elon Musk is not joining Twitter's board. Twitter shares are down this morning after the company announced Musk declined to join the board after becoming the largest shareholder of the social media platform just last week. Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal said in a tweet, despite Musk choosing not to join the board, the company will still be open to his input. Musk's appointment would have started Saturday contingent on a background check and formal acceptance. Agrawal ended his statement on Twitter by saying, quote, "There will be distractions ahead, but our goals and priorities remain unchanged. The decisions we make and how we execute is in our hands, no one else's. Let's tune out the noise and stay focused on the work and what we're building." Emily, if you read between the lines here, you would think that Agrawal is taking a couple shots at the company's largest shareholder. That would be Musk. Really, after another weird weekend for Musk, he called out in a since deleted tweet that perhaps Twitter's headquarters should be turned into a homeless shelter. Another bizarre week for Musk, and very big news here.
Absolutely, Brian. This was a really interesting about face to hear from Twitter CEO as well. Now, of course, is Elon Musk not taking this board seat after taking a more than 9% stake in the social media company. Now, interestingly enough here, we did just get one statement from Twitter CEO, but for now, Twitter did not go into details about why Elon Musk changed his mind on joining the board. And Brian, as you mentioned, he would have started this past Saturday or April 9th, pending a background check and formal acceptance of the board seat. But we should also note that if Musk did take this seat, he would be limited to owning no more than 14.9% of Twitter. Again, it's not clear whether this stipulation was a factor in Musk changing his mind about joining the board. But now if he wanted to, he could ostensibly go ahead and buy more shares of Twitter. So perhaps that is something that is now on the table. Again, that's just speculation, not really getting many more details here from Twitter at this time, but certainly something we'll keep watching, especially as we have that price action here again in shares of Twitter this morning.
Emily, that's a really good point. And I dove a little bit more into this on a piece now on the Yahoo Finance homepage. Essentially, there are a couple outcomes you could have here. You could have Musk, to your point, increase his stake and now really agitate for change inside of Twitter. Or number two, he just takes his billions and goes out and buys the company because he's not beholden to that 14.9% require anymore. It's a wild situation.
It is a wild situation here. And of course, as you were also pointing out earlier, Brian, already some wild ideas that Musk had been throwing out over the weekend, some of these in now deleted tweets. Of course, we know that last week he tweeted out a poll asking if people want that edit button for Twitter. But he also suggested letting Twitter Blue subscribers pay with Dogecoin and give these subscribers an authentication checkmark. I think that is a potentially interesting idea here for Twitter, maybe something that they'll contemplate because, of course, the company certainly does need to continue looking for monetization streams. And as you mentioned as well, suggesting Twitter converting its San Francisco headquarters into a homeless shelter since, quote, no one shows up anyway, according to Musk. Now, that actually did get the ear of Jeff Bezos, of course, the founder of Amazon. He actually came out and supported that move. We know that Amazon has converted one of its own offices partially into a homeless shelter as well. So we'll see if any of these ideas actually do affect any change here at the social media company. But a lot of ideas getting thrown out there by Musk, at least in the past couple of days, Brian.
A lot of ideas, Emily, to be sure. And I'll just add this. Essentially, Elon Musk turned Twitter into a real joke over the past couple of days here. So a situation we will continue to monitor here at Yahoo Finance.